I installed a camera in my apartment. I wish I hadn't. I wish I never checked that footage. If you're reading this late at night, maybe stop here, because what I saw didn't just stay on the camera, it followed me. I live alone in a small apartment on the 3rd floor. No roommates, no pets, no visitors, and I'm very strict about my routine. I leave every morning at 8:30 and come back around 6, same time, same pattern. Every single day. Nothing ever changes, or at least, it didn't. It started small. So small I almost ignored it. One evening, I came home and noticed the kitchen chair was slightly pulled out, just a few inches. I didn't think much of it. Maybe I left it like that, I told myself. The next day, the TV remote was on the other side of the table. That annoyed me because I always keep it in the same place, always. Still, I ignored it, blamed it on being tired. But then, something happened that I couldn't explain. I came home one night, and the bathroom light was on. I clearly remembered turning it off before leaving. This time, I didn't brush it off. I checked everything. Doors, windows, locks, everything was secure. No sign of forced entry, nothing missing. That night, I couldn't sleep properly. Every sound felt louder, every shadow looked wrong. The next morning, before leaving, I decided to test something. I took a photo of my living room, just in case. When I came back that evening, something felt off immediately. I didn't know what it was, but I felt it. Then I checked the photo. My heart dropped. In the picture I took that morning, everything looked normal. But now, there was a glass on the table, half full of water. I don't drink water before leaving, and I live alone. That's when I knew someone had been inside my apartment. I called my landlord immediately. He came, checked everything, and changed the locks. Maybe someone had an old key. For a few days, everything was normal again. No movement, no strange signs. I started to relax until one night. It was around 2 a.m. when I woke up suddenly. No reason, just that feeling, like someone was watching me. The room was dark, silent. Then I heard it, a soft sound from the living room, like breathing. I froze. My heart was pounding so loud I thought whoever it was could hear it. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and slowly stepped out of my room. The living room was empty, but then I saw it, the closet door, slightly open. I never leave it open. My hands were shaking as I walked closer, step by step, trying not to make a sound. I grabbed the handle and pulled it open. Empty. I laughed nervously. Okay, I'm losing it, I whispered. I went back to my room, locked the door, and somehow I fell asleep. The next morning, I installed a small camera in the living room, just to be sure. That night when I got home, I checked the footage. At first, nothing, just hours of an empty room. Then, at exactly 1:47 a.m., something moved. The closet door slowly opened, my chest tightened, and then someone crawled out. A man, thin, pale, moving slowly, like he had been folded in there for hours. I couldn't breathe. He stood up, stretched his neck, looked around. Then he walked to the kitchen, poured himself water, sat on the chair, like he belonged there. Then he turned his head and looked directly into the camera, and smiled. I called the police immediately. They came within minutes, searched the entire apartment, closet, bathroom, under the bed, everything. They found nothing. No one. I showed them the footage, but when we checked again, it was gone, deleted. The officer looked at me and said, "Are you sure you live alone?" I nodded. I could barely speak. He paused, then said something that made my stomach drop. "Then who recorded this?" He showed me his phone. It was a video from my bedroom. me, sleeping, and in the corner of the room. Someone standing, watching me, after that night. I didn't stay in the apartment. I went to a friend's place, told him everything. He didn't believe me at first, until I showed him the video. He went quiet, then said, "Maybe someone is hacking your devices." I wanted to believe that. I really did. So the next day, we went back to my apartment together. In daylight, everything looked normal. Clean, quiet, empty. We checked the closet again. Nothing. My friend laughed nervously. See? Probably just stress. I almost believed him, until he said, "Wait. Did you leave your camera on?" I froze. No. We both slowly turned toward the living room. The camera light was blinking, recording. Neither of us had turned it on. My friend picked up the camera, his hands shaking. "Let's check," he said. We opened the footage. It showed us standing there, watching the camera. But something was wrong in the video. There was someone else in the room, standing behind us, too tall, too. Still, we both turned instantly. Nothing. When we looked back at the camera, the figure was closer, right behind my friend. He dropped the camera. "Let's get out," he whispered. We ran, didn't stop, didn't look back. That night, I got a notification on my phone from the camera app. I hadn't opened it. I hadn't logged in. Still, it was recording. I opened it slowly. The live feed loaded. It was my apartment, dark, silent. Then, the closet door opened. The same man stepped out, but this time, he walked straight toward the camera and spoke in my voice. "You forgot something." The screen glitched. Then I saw it. My bedroom, my bed, and someone sleeping in it. It was me, but I wasn't there. I don't think he was ever hiding in my apartment. I think I was the one living in his. If this story gave you chills, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and comment what you think really happened. And make sure to subscribe to the channel for more terrifying stories like this, because the next story might already be watching you.